Good afternoon. Here's the latest on the coronavirus pandemic at lunchtime on Monday, the 6th of April. A cabinet minister has said that Boris Johnson remains very much in charge of the government despite spending the night in hospital with persistent coronavirus symptoms. The Prime Minister was admitted to an NHS hospital in London yesterday for tests on the advice of his doctor after continuing to run a high temperature. Downing Street described the move as a precautionary step, insisting that he continued to lead the government and remained in touch with ministers and senior officials.
He remains in control of the government. He's being kept abreast and informed of developments over the course of the day. And I would like to see him back at number 10 as quickly as possible. I know this will be very frustrating for him because he will want to be leading from the front, but it's important that he has the tests, gets whatever treatment's required, and gets back to work as quickly as possible.
Nicola Sturgeon has said it may have been more sensible for her to sack Scotland's chief medical officer rather than waiting for her resignation.
To help save lives, stay at home. Anyone can spread.
Dr. Catherine Calderwood was initially backed by the Scottish First Minister despite breaking her own social distancing guidance by visiting her second home twice. Dr. Calderwood resigned last night, saying that her behaviour risked undermining the Scottish Government's response to the pandemic.
It is fair to say that this has been a difficult 24 hours for the Government, but I am acutely aware that that is as nothing compared to the difficulties faced by those who contract COVID-19 or whose loved ones get it, or indeed the health and care staff we are calling on to treat them.
The death toll in Spain has slowed for a fourth day in a row, raising hopes that the country has passed the peak of its virus outbreak. In total, 13,000 people have now died in Spain. It is the country with the second highest official death toll in the global pandemic after Italy. The Spanish government is now considering a gradual easing of the country's severe lockdown. The Queen's address to the nation on multiple television channels yesterday evening was watched by nearly 24 million people. The address was only the fourth of the Queen's 68-year reign during times of national crisis and grief. It saw her say how the coronavirus pandemic had brought back memories of wartime and was the second most watched broadcast this year. Boris Johnson's announcement on the coronavirus restrictions drew 27 million viewers last month. There's been a 25% surge in calls to the National Domestic Abuse Helpline during a 5-day period of the coronavirus lockdown. Campaigners have warned that the restrictions mean that women and children will be spending concentrated periods of time with perpetrators, escalating the threat of domestic abuse. The coronavirus lockdown has forced Debenhams to the brink of administration, putting 22,000 jobs at risk. With 142 stores closed and the majority of its staff on furlough, the current owners want to push the business into administration and then buy it back debt-free. And a tiger in a New York zoo has tested positive for the virus. It is thought that the 4-year-old Malayan tiger developed a dry cough after becoming infected from contact with an asymptomatic zookeeper. Conservation experts have warned that the virus could pose a threat to some wildlife, like apes. That's all for our coronavirus update today. Follow our social media channels for the latest in the days to come.